This is the place that Paul Pierce built.
No, I don't live in L.A., Key. I live in Inglewood, where the Lakers play. I got off on Crenshaw, Manchester, and had to put my hands up. I found out who my friends was when I got to Boston.
He just bonded with me so I can pass him the ball so he wouldn't get cut.
You got a driver's license?
No.
But you got an NIL deal.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
He came over to me like, man, you know, I think you're going to be an NBA player one day.
That's what Barron said. He said, you the GOAT. You agree with that? Oh, yeah, this is cool.
Oh, this is sweet. The Magic Johnson All-Star game in Detroit.
So I'm out here in Inglewood with legendary Hall of Famer, NBA champion Paul Pierce. I'm here at your high school in the gym where you put in work. What's it feel like for you to be right here, right now, sitting with me?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I walk into this gym, I always have flashbacks because I just remember this is like where it all started. You know, from the line drills to falling to game winners to just the smell of the gym and just running the bleachers. It just bring back like the origins and like of who I became. Sneaking in here at 6 o'clock in the morning, not even sneaking in here, just coming in at 6 o'clock, putting the radio in, just being by myself, just blasting the radio and just working on my game, man. Just, you know, getting my first dunk in this gym and just putting on an Inglewood uniform because, you know, when I was in junior high, across the street, I went to Crozier, and I used to come to a lot of the games and stuff, and I was like, damn, I want to put on that Inglewood High School jersey. You know, since I was growing up here, went through the school system, and this gym is like the biggest gym I ever seen in my life. You know, you a kid, you come in, you like, you know, because when you in junior high at the YMCA, it's only one row.
Yeah.
You know, so when you come in here, you see a packed gym, and you watch it, you like, man, I want to play here. You know, so this is my first experience at playing in a packed gym where it was more than 50 people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it bring back all of that. Just when I turn over here, I look at our bench was right there, and then I envision my mom's used to always sit right there with the S right there, right at the top. So she would sit right there because she would yell. And so she wanted to sit at the top.
Shoot!
Yeah. So that's all just coming back. Her and my uncle, they used to get their little E&J, sit up there.
Oh God, not E&J.
They used to sit up there, and then after about the third quarter come, it's gonna get real loud.
Real loud. Does the gym look the same and smell the same as it did?
It
back
does,
then?
man. It does, man. It does. You know, we had the same logo when I was here, the same paint. It still looked like yesterday. You know, it really hasn't changed much. And, you know, this is just tradition, you know, just like, you know, the same coloring, same bleachers. You know, I probably still got gum under there that I put in from high school.
This is the place that Paul Pierce built.
Man.
Prior to Paul Pierce, Inglewood basketball was decent, but not, you know, you obviously made it what it is today. But this gym's gonna change here in the future. Yeah. They're getting ready to do some major upgrades and renovations. When you walk in the future, it's gonna be different. How you feel about that?
It's all right. You know, it's about that time, but the one things that will never go away, Key, is like, you know, just the history of it, because you're still gonna have the banners gonna go back up. You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna be the same colors. It's the Inglewood logo. You know, it's just some things that's never gonna die. You know, all the Sentinel pride. You know, it's gonna have, you know, Inglewood. That's all gonna be there, and you know, you're never gonna forget, you know, the history of what went on in this gym, and you still get to see it, no matter, you know, if it's an old gym or a new gym.
Part of that history in this gym helped you become a Hall of Famer in the NBA and one of the top 75 players to ever lace them up. When you come through here and you walk through this gym and that journey, what goes through your mind knowing that this was the place that started it all?
Yeah.
And don't start crying and shit.
No. But this is the essence of who I became. Taking the bus at 4 a.m, getting here at like 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock working out, you know, getting my first points in this gym, getting my first dunk in this gym. It's the essence of my hard work, because I think back, this is the first gym I came to where I was just getting up in the middle of the night, coming here and putting in work and trying to get better and seeing the dream. And this is where it was first brought to me because I remember my head coach, you know, us growing up, we was like, man, I just want to go Division I. You know, that was the thing growing up. We just want to go D1.
Waiting to get the first D1 scholarship offer.
We want to get D1. That was the whole thing. I'm trying to go D1. Everyone, you know, because most of your friends who come around here, they going to JCs and this and that, or not, or it's over after high school and they figuring out life.
Figuring it out.
So, you know, this is where I got the D1 offers, but this is where I remember it was on this court right here shooting. It was down, the bleachers was back. And I was shooting with my high school coach, boom. And it was like my senior year. And he came over to me like, man, you know, I think you're going to be an NBA player one day. I'll never forget. We was right on this court right here. And that was the first time I heard that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was just happy to go Division I. And then, you know, once you get there, you be like, maybe I can go to the league. But when he said that to me, it like planted a seed in me. Because I remember, I'll never forget it was right there on that court. I'm just shooting. We just playing horse or something, man. We was doing something. He said it. And I was like, damn. And I started really thinking it and believing it from that point, and it happened right here in this gym.
Was you one of the kids that would walk around, you know, get the letters from your head coach, get the letters?
People,
Stick them in your back pocket. But when you stick them in your back pocket, you're going to stick them in where the logo is at so that everybody can see exactly what school it was.
So look, the letters used to come here to the school.
Yeah, to the school.
So I would go to the office in the morning and check the mailboxes because I knew where all the mailboxes was and who, you know, they was going to the principal. And I'd check his mailbox, see if my name was on them. I'd be sneaking, like, trying to see. And then if I see mine, I'd grab them. Like, ooh, okay, I got like 2 or 3 letters today. And then, you know, you bringing them on campus, opening them up.
Let's take a step back before you think about all the banners, the Hall of Fame journey. What was life like growing up in Inglewood, as I like to call it, Inglewatts, back in the day?
Well, Inglewood was a whole different landscape back then than it is today. As you can see, like, you know, there's so many new buildings, the SoFi Stadium, the Intuit Dome, all that stuff wasn't there. Because I first grew up on Inglewood and Manchester, so I lived over there. That's when I was going to Crozier. And then we moved over to the other side of Inglewood, closer to Morningside, but I still continued to go to Inglewood. So now, that's when my journey took a turn, because now I had to catch the bus. That's a whole new dynamic when you come into the woods. So now you dealing with other high school kids going to other schools. And, you know, I'm dealing with kids that go to Crenshaw. I'm dealing with kids that go to Westchester. So I'm on the bus with so many different students.
So you got let me see, I don't think where I'm at. You got Westchester, Morningside, Inglewood, Burners.
Yeah.
So them is right
that's
in the 4 schools.
All them is on the bus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, stuff used to pop off. You know, I done seen people get shot at. I done seen people get jumped on the bus. So I ain't seeing this at first. And I'm like, oh man, it's been a couple times I got off on Crenshaw and Manchester and had to put my hands up and got into a couple of squabbles. And I was just like, damn, it's different now that because I could just walk here. You know, I'm walking here before, living over here. You know, I knew how to navigate over here. But once you get on that bus, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who getting on the bus.
A straight shot down Manchester to Westchester.
Yeah.
Why you didn't go to Westchester?
Because I lived on the other side of Inglewood and I lived 2 blocks from here. So I was closer to Inglewood always. So when I was in high school, we didn't get along Westchester so bad that when you got out of school at 3 o'clock, 2:59, the Manchester bus didn't stop in front of
Inglewood. It
kept going for like a good 30, 40 minutes. They wouldn't even stop. It was tough navigation, but once you figured it out, you know how to move and stuff. Luckily, I had, you know, people that looked out for me, and I had cool friends. But I carried myself and hung around, you know, just good people who was a good influence on me. You know, my best friend who's coach here at Inglewood now, Jason Crowe, me and him would take the bus, go to the parks on the weekend, hoop. You know, we just tried to stay away from all the negatives, you know, things that went on in the city, because as you know, it was a lot of gang wars that was going on.
Absolutely, 100%.
And that opportunity, because you got neighborhood over here, neighborhood across the street, gang wars was common.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get caught in the crossfire. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn what was going on. I had to learn not to be out at a certain time of night. You know, you got to learn what to where at. You know how it is.
I definitely know how it is. But basketball wasn't your favorite sport growing up.
No.
You once told me as a 6th grader, You was on your way to becoming an Olympian in the volleyball side.
No.
That's a lie.
No, I did.
So wait, though.
No,
you
look.
played volleyball, though.
No, look. So I played for the PAL League. Remember the PAL
Yeah, the
League?
police-
So
the
the
police
police
league.
league
Yeah,
had
the
all the
police league.
sports.
Yeah.
So it wasn't basketball season, but it was an opportunity to keep me from like doing other stuff, and it was like come to volleyball practice. So
You think
Scott
you
Collins,
would have been good?
volleyball? Yeah, I'm 6'7". Volleyball?
Yeah, but you're not.
I've been cool.
6'7" don't mean that. You
No,
got to be
I was
athletic.
tall. I was athletic. Tall. Come on, man. Come on.
And you wasn't 6'7" in the 6th grade.
But I was still tall. In 6th grade, I was taller than
So
everybody.
you think if you'd have stuck with it, you probably could have done something with it.
Yeah, for sure.
I bet you wouldn't have made $200-300 million. That's for damn sure. But maybe I don't know because I don't know if you'd have been good in the
Volleyball
Olympics.
is different now than it is today.
Yeah.
Because, that's a whole different thing because my daughter played volleyball, my son played volleyball right now. He in the 6th grade. He just started too. So, but all them police athletic leagues gave you a chance to get off the streets because it was the summer. Mm-hmm. And, in the summer, just going to the park every day gave me the chance to just like stay busy, practice, play games.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, it kind of helped with basketball because the way you move, you lateral, you jumping. So it kind of helped with basketball too.
I know you were a huge Laker fan growing up. Obviously, the Forum is right up the street. Who was your favorite Laker player at the time?
Oh, easily. It was Magic Johnson and Byron Scott. And the reason, obviously Magic is the easy answer. He was Showtime. He was everybody's idol. But Byron came from Inglewood.
Yeah.
He went to Morningside, and it was just like, damn, he grew up around here. He made it. Him, Eldon Campbell.
Yeah.
It was just like, damn, these
Wait,
cats
Eldon went to Morningside, though.
Yeah, both of them went to
That's
Morningside.
why I don't understand why you didn't go to Morningside. Because Morningside was a hoop school.
I was already over here living.
No, I
all
get
my
it.
friends.
I get it.
I mean, Morningside
People
was
still leave.
Morningside was just as good as Inglewood. They was the
same, pretty much the same.
Yeah, but they just was better at the time at football. That's
when you was coming up.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah, but basketball, it was like right
pretty
there.
even.
Yeah.
Did you ever, growing up in Inglewood, now that you big-time Kansas player, top 5 lottery pick on your way, did you ever envision that maybe you would be wearing the purple and gold?
Yeah, that was the dream, of course. You grow up here in L.A., you don't do nothing but Lakers. And I grew up right down the street from the Forum, and Magic's my idol. You know what I'm saying? That's like a no-brainer. No, I don't live in L.A., Key. I live in Inglewood where the Lakers play. Like, you know what I'm saying? I live right down the street from the Forum. I know they called them the L.A. Lakers. They should have been called the Inglewood Lakers.
But now, all of a sudden, you get drafted to Boston.
Yeah.
Now we like, man, fuck Paul. We ain't really rolling with him like that. Did you feel that way, though, about
listen,
everybody?
I found out who my friends was when I got to Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now, all right, let me invite y'all to the game. We come to L.A. Let me see who's going to be wearing what. You know what I'm saying? I get Keith some tickets, but he coming there with the Shaq and Kobe. That's what I'm saying.
Sure, 100%.
So now I'm like, all right, I can't get him tickets to the game no more. I done had that happen. The homies, I'm like, get the homies some tickets. But if I get you the tickets, you got to keep it neutral.
Or green and white.
Or green and white. That's it. Man, my mama got tickets for my uncle. My uncle came in the Laker jersey. She said, you ain't never coming to another game again. I'll never forget that. Never see him at another game.
You gotta.
The Mars wasn't playing.
You gotta act a certain way.
Right, just for this one game. This one game.
Yeah, one game.
This one game.
Because we all grew up as Raider fans.
Yeah.
And obviously, we played the Raiders in the Super Bowl or whatnot, but at the end, it's
And
all
it was
Buccaneers.
right here,
and
too.
it was in Cali. So.
And it was, right.
So all my people from Northern California, from the Bay Area, people from down here, y'all gonna have to support. Y'all gonna have to get up out that,
Right.
silver and black.
Right.
Got to get up out of it.
Right.
At the end of the day, when you look at growing up in AAU basketball here on the West Coast, playing high school basketball AAU style on the East Coast, but playing in the NBA, what's the difference between East Coast basketball and West Coast basketball mentality-wise?
That's a good question, man, because it's different now than it was for when I came because now there's so many tournaments to where you travel east and you play against everybody. But you know how it was. Like West Coast cats were considered soft, finesse, whereas the East Coast players was more hardcore and tougher than us because they played on the outdoors. So I made it a point coming from Inglewood when I went to the East Coast to play, when I went to camp especially, because I knew that was the perception of West Coast players. We were soft and you could push us around. So I made an exception, like, nah, we ain't about to be having that. You know what I'm saying? That's where I actually made my name going out east to camp. Mm-hmm. My junior year, going to my senior year, it was in New Jersey. So all the top East Coast players is there. I'm one of the few West Coast because I'm one of the top West Coast players. I ended up being rated like, they do the ratings for the camp. I think I ended up like number 3 overall player in the camp. I think it was like Stephon Marbury,
somebody like that.
Yeah, and then I was like 3rd rated player for the camp. So that's where I really shot up. Because I was just like, nah, I ain't about to be, ain't no pushing around, ain't no coming in my face talking, nah, we ain't about to be having that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I want to get that reputation. And, you know, I wanted, like, because Barron was next. And I wanted
Barron
him.
was right after you.
Yeah, he was right after me. So, you know, I had to talk to him and like, look, this is how we got to represent when we go on the East, because you already know how they look at us. So.
Did that mindset help you in Boston when you was there?
Yeah, it helped me in life and it helped me in the league. Just having that just no nonsense type of attitude. But that's what the league was. If you didn't have that type of attitude, like growing up, I don't know how you would have made it. Like if you wanted to be one of the best, you know, you had to have, I played with a chip on my shoulder. And that's what people always say, like, damn, he played like he mad out there sometime. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like I had a chip on my shoulder because I was a late bloomer and I always wanted to get respect every time I stepped on the court.
Yeah.
Not a reputation of it. It was like every time. If I'm going to be a top player, I'm going to show you every single time. And see, that's what I think the difference is now. I be seeing some of these top players, and I feel like they be coasting. You know what I'm saying? I be like, dude, you got to show you the top player every time you step on the court. Like, it shouldn't be like you are, and so you take it easy, but that's just what it is now.
There's obviously something about L.A. in what we do and our mentality and how we approach things. And because we, in athletics, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, soccer, you name it, swimming, whatever it is athletically, we tend to breed some of the best dogs that's out there.
For sure.
Who do you have as a top 5 athletes that you can remember growing up in and around
Los Angeles.
L.A.?
I'll definitely put you in there.
Oh, that's easy, though. Shit, I'm going to probably take the number 1 spot, but go ahead.
No, but like, definitely you. I'm going to put maybe John Williams in there.
Big John? I saw Big John play in high school. I saw him play in high school and at LSU.
I'm going to probably put like Stace Bozeman in there. I saw him win a state championship in football and basketball as the best player on both.
For sure, 100%.
Like, he was one of the best athletes I've ever seen. After that, you know, it's hard for me to go way back, but like from my just recent memory, I mean, I'm going to put Harold Miner in there for me because I had a chance to see him. Anybody current, Westbrook or Harden, you know, because from.
But see, Harden ain't really. I mean,
well, I mean, I'm counting
him
on what they accomplished in the NBA.
No, but I'm saying we can count him from LA, even though it's Artesia. It's it ain't really.
Right.
But we gonna give it to him because he's our guy and whatnot.
Let's see somebody in the city.
Brooke more so in the city.
Brooke?
Westbrook. He more so in the city
because
it was a Luzinger.
Yeah, Westbrook. Okay, I'll give Westbrook that.
But Baron Davis said you the GOAT.
Baron Davis.
But Baron said you the GOAT, though. Paul, that's what Baron said. He said you the GOAT. You agree with that? Because you in there on my list.
I will say this. I was a top 5, 6 player in high school. I made top 5, 6 player in college also. And I think I'm the highest scorer out of California in the McDonald's game.
Who played in the McDonald's game from California with you, outside of you?
I was the only one from California to play in the McDonald's that year.
All right, let's take it back to the days of Inglewood High. Everybody knows what you became, but what kind of player were you in high school, and what will a scouting report say about a young Paul Pierce?
What grade? Depends. I was a late bloomer, Key, because like 9th grade, you would have never projected what I was going to turn into.
6'1" or something?
I like 6'2", you know, out of shape.
Well, that didn't change at all. That's
yeah, I wasn't Luka. No, but then I had a growth spurt sophomore year. I was 6'4", and then I started, you know, was leaning out.
Yeah.
And then I was getting more athletic. And then, you know, but I primarily played center. No, but look at
Why
this.
they always do that to us?
Look, no, but I
They
went
throw
from
you at center 'cause you the tallest dude.
I went from guard on JV to sophomore year. I went to like the big man because I was like damn near the second tallest dude on the team because I had another growth
Always
spurt.
do that.
I was like a stretch 4 at the time because I could shoot threes. My junior year, that's when my game started to come around. I started getting stronger. I started working out more. Like I said, junior year when I took the leap. So that's when I put my name on the map because we won CIF championship that year, and I was growing, becoming more athletic, and that's when I started to develop my all-around game. I was shooting, I was putting the ball on the ground, I was transition, and I would consider myself just an all-around player. I could pretty much do everything offensively on the court. My ball handling was still all right, and in senior year, what coach decided to do, we didn't have a point guard, right? Because everybody after the CIF championship, we had a whole new team pretty much. And I was like one of the few seniors, and we had young guys, so we didn't have a point guard. So I was like, I'll run the point. It really helped me on my ball handling.
Fine-tune your skills.
Fine-tune my skills. And it just like helped me become, you know, more of an all-around player. And so I would say, you know, I would pattern my game like Grant Hill was one of my favorite players at Duke. Steve Smith at Michigan State, Jimmy Jackson at Ohio State. I remember watching them, trying to model my game after them, video recording their games. And so, you know, they were like more point forwards, and that's what I was trying to become. So my senior year, we got up to like number 12 in the nation ranked by USA Today. We got up as high as that. And I was just like, I think our highest rank since, I don't know how long. But like, because we get to, you know, back then, you get in the USA Today, the Street and Smith, the Cal High Sports, and you trying to see where you at. You know what I'm saying?
They do the same thing now, man.
But they can go online now, but we had to get the publications.
Yeah, my son,
you know
my youngest son, he just
looking at the rankings.
Man, I'm like, man, if you don't put that shit down.
Right.
He's so worried about the rankings.
There's so many different ones now, whereas back then it was only a few, and you had to see where you stood.
You remember when you got your first bucket in here?
My first bucket, dang, it was 9th grade on JV. I don't even remember who we played. I remember my first game winner, though. My first game.
Here we go. Game winner, huh?
No, it was on that court. That was my first game. It was like somebody shot it, then I went for the putback at the buzzer. Boom, my first game winner.
So it was
I
luck.
fell on the ground. It was luck. Hey, look at something got to be born somewhere. Hey, then the confidence grow.
Yeah.
You hit a game winner just like you catch a game winner touchdown.
Oh yeah.
You want to do it again.
Yeah, that was an easy routine.
Yeah.
Give me that, coach. What's your highest scoring game?
My highest scoring
high
game.
school, college, pros.
My highest scoring game in high school was like 37 or 38. I never scored 40 in high school. In college,
That's high though.
I mean, that's
In high school, 40 is high.
No, it was cats getting 40.
Really?
Yeah.
Seemed like
for sure.
scoring
It was
points
some
wasn't
cats
nothing but like 60
You got to
points.
understand, it's 40 minutes a game. 40 minutes, less minutes in high school. And the three-point
it's a
shot,
lot
the
of
three-point
misses.
shot wasn't like that. Look, you wasn't shooting a bunch of threes.
Yeah.
That's hard to get 40 in 40 minutes. And then I think in college it was like 33 maybe. And then the pros I had a 50-point game.
Yeah, you had a 50-point game when you was out there with them dump trucks. I remember that. Out there with a bunch of bums just hot dogging.
Nah, I mean, I got to do what I had to do.
Did you ever play against Crenshaw and Kevin Ali and all them?
No.
You never got
older than
the
me. I never
Tremaine
played
folks, none of
I
them.
didn't play against them.
But they all came out. No, Kevin came out with me, but folks was right with you, right?
Folks and all them is my era.
Yeah.
Yeah, they 1 year older than me, but they still are era.
So, but you never got to play Crenshaw.
No, that would have been a good game, though. Like, we talked about it. My junior year, that would have been a real good game.
Yeah, we gave them run for the money. My senior year, we gave them some run for money for about a few minutes.
A few minutes. They dusted y'all?
Man, come Come on, man. They was cheating.
They
had
was
Chris
cheating.
Johnson, Tremaine Folks, Kevin Ali.
No, Kevin wasn't on that team.
No, our senior year.
They had Tank. Tank was the point.
No, my junior year is when they dusted
no.
us.
Okay.
Our junior year, not my senior, because Kevin wasn't on the team.
Okay.
My senior year, he was already at UConn. But it was crazy, man.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
was
I don't know how the hell they keep doing this to everybody.
Yeah,
You know?
Crenshaw was the class.
No, Crenshaw
for the city.
Crenshaw was a class for the city. What was game day like here though with the energy? Was it packed? Was it like crazy?
It all depended on the game.
Was it y'all played night or 3 o'clock game?
We played night. We played 7 o'clock.
That's the difference between Dorsey and here. 3 o'clock. As soon as the bell ring,
Go to the game, huh?
the game.
No,
they weren't
because
having that night
but we
stuff.
had 4 teams. We had freshman, sophomore, junior varsity.
Yeah.
And that's why we didn't play, because freshmen played at 3.
See, they played the day
next one.
before. They make them play the day before.
No, we all played the same day.
Yeah, that 3 o'clock bell ring. The game was like
Yeah.
at 3:15.
Yep. So we played at like 7 o'clock. But Friday nights was popping.
What's the hardest and the toughest gym that you played in and around LA area?
Probably when we played at Westchester. We got cheated at Westchester. That was kind of like one of our rivals. Playing at Westchester and Morningside, but
Who was
Westchester.
at Westchester then?
Jay Hart was there, Danny Walker, Ben Sanders. They was the D1
Was
guys.
Gumby there?
No, Gumby had just left. Gumby is like your age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
he was just left. I'm a class behind. So Gumby wasn't there, but they were still good.
So you the number one prospect coming out of Cal, obviously out of Cali, your senior year in 1995, McDonald's All-American. You played with KG. That's when you started recruiting him to Boston back then. You had Vince.
That's when it started.
Yeah, that's when it started.
No, that ain't what it
I already know. That's what y'all do. Y'all get together and recruit each other at these All-Star games. Vince was on that team. Stephon Marbury, Chauncey Billups, Antoine Jameson, Sharif, Raheem, Ron Mercer.
Yeah.
Damn, Ron Mercer was on
the Mickey D's team. He won one of the National Players of the Year.
Is that right?
Yeah,
he
was considered the top player in high school.
When you found out that you made the McDonald's All-American team, where were you at? Were you at home in the coach's office?
Man, that's a good one. I think I got the letter. You know, I think I got the letter with the plane ticket. Because that's how they did then. Because that's how I got the camp letter with the plane ticket. I got the letter, the plane ticket, and it was exciting. I mean, I knew at this point that I was going to make it because I was already, at the time, my senior year was one of the higher rated, so I knew I was going to play in the Mickey D's. It wasn't like a surprise at that time, you know. So I was excited for the first time to play against all of the best. Now, in one room, because before, you knew who they were, but you never saw them. Not all of them, you know what I'm saying? Because some went to Adidas camp, some went to Nike camp. So I never had seen, you know, some of these guys. I never seen Vince Carter. You know what I'm saying?
Jumping out the gym?
No, I never seen that. I never seen Ron Mercer. And there was some of these guys, you know, Antoine Jameson, I never seen none of them. I heard of them. You know, it's only a certain amount of guys. Like I played with Chauncey, I knew KG, but some of them, you miss crossing paths on the circuit with them. You know, so you just heard about them and read about them. So it was cool, just like in practice, when I got to, so our game was in St. Louis. Man, and we talk about this all the time, me and Kevin. So we like, all right, boom, we gonna dust them. Man, when I tell you they whooped us in practice every day, Ron Mercer, Vince Carter, they killing us in practice. I mean, Sharif is killing KG. We like, damn.
Reef
was cool, 6'10".
6'10", yeah. Reef was tall,
they was
too.
killing us in
Even
practice.
though KG about 7'9".
I'm telling you, dog, and we, you know, it's East versus West, so they looking at us like we saw, because we the West. Tell you, when them bright lights came on, it was like a switch flip for us, and we was at them.
KG, obviously the buzz was he's getting ready to go to the NBA, fresh out of high school. Did you sit back and say to yourself, man, I might want to make that move too? Did you ever think that?
No, that wasn't the move. Nobody knew he was going to the league. He was the last one to decide what college he going to. Because we get to Mickey D's, he like, yeah, I'm going to Kansas, you know, you going to Michigan. Everybody like, how much money they give you? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much? And I was like, I'm looking around, everybody getting, I'm like, I ain't getting nothing. KG ain't giving us nothing. He ain't decided on no school. He the only one, the top prospect, ain't decided what school he gonna go. And then I think either at or after McDonald's, he was like, we looked up, it was like, he going to the league. We was like, what? You can do that? He was the first one to do it.
Yeah.
He was the first one to do it. I mean, I know somebody did it years ago before.
Yeah, Moses
that.
Malone
Moses
had
Malone,
did it.
but like nobody was doing that.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wasn't developed. He wasn't
Because
ready.
after KG, I think Al did it.
No, after KG, it just opened up the
Yeah,
floodgates.
everybody started, yeah.
Yeah, because KG went to the league, so I'm like, damn. So this was started the high schools now, but also that next year, he's the only one went to the league out of the McDonald's. So now, that next year started the one and dones, because Stephon Marbury and Sharif did 1 year and was out.
And I think didn't AI do it too?
AI did 2 years.
He did too.
But they started the one and dones. I remember this. Stephon Marbury and Sharif went after their freshman year. They killed. Because nobody was doing that, though. Nobody was leaving after 1 year, and nobody was coming out of high school. And that's when everything opened up.
So when you go back and you look at the squad you had with all the players on the McDonald's, and then you go to 03 with LeBron had CP3, Perk, Shannon Brown.
Oh, you ain't got to say no more. We
Dang.
killing them. I don't even what
yeah.
you talking about? What are you even talking about right now? That class can't mess with us. We got 4 Hall of Famers.
But they got LeBron.
We got 4 Hall of Famers.
But they got LeBron.
Okay, that's it. Name another Hall of Famer.
CP3.
Okay, 2.
Yeah. I don't even know who Brandon Bass is.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit. Aaron Brooks.
Yeah, they all played in the league, but we got
Brooks.
4 Hall of Famers. We tied, I think, with I think maybe Jordan's Mickey D's game had 4.
So
Barkley, Jordan,
MJ,
Barkley,
Sam Vincent, Chris Mulley, Ed Pink, and they got Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing, okay.
And then, so 97 class was Barron, Tracy McGrady, Lamar Odom, Meta World Peace.
Yeah, we got the best class ever.
And then
Mickey
07
D's.
was Rose, Garden, Harden, and Love, and Griffin.
Them were some good teams, but they
They can't mess with y'all.
No, they can't mess with us.
Yeah, that's how I
We're
feel.
going to put Marbury out there, Vince, me, KG, Chauncey Billups, Antoine.
Yeah, y'all
James.
gonna pop them though.
Yeah.
VC, oh yeah, they can't. Nah, and they probably sit. I can imagine them sitting up trying to argue that they would beat y'all.
Nah, they did a vote on the best team ever. They voted ours.
So I'm bringing in a couple heavyweights to have a little conversation with them, and this is family right here. You got Pops, Jason Crowe, and you got Jason Crowe Jr., who plays for Pops here at Inglewood. We play a little daddy ball here and there, right? I mean, let's see, he can go though. I can look at him and tell with attitude he can go, because he got.
You know what this is like, dude? You know what this is exactly like? Not just thinking about it. This is like Prime and Shador. He been playing with him since he was 5 years old.
But that's a good thing though, because he know what he's supposed to be doing,
Right.
And he gonna listen to him to get him where he need to go before he pass him on to the next. So you 5-star point guard, a junior, and breaking all kinds of records here at Inglewood High and doing your thing, man.
They cheating for him though, you know. They adding extra points for him.
Well, that's the way you're supposed to do. The stat girls, they gonna always do that. That's what they did. That's how I used to do in high school. We like, you look up, dude, talking about dude got 30 tackles. You like, man, you ain't been on but 2 tackles. How you get 30 tackles? Or whatnot. You and Paul grew up together.
Yes.
How was it growing up with Paul here in Inglewood?
It was good, man. We just bonded on the love of the game, and then he just bonded with me so I can pass him the ball so he wouldn't get cut.
You almost got cut.
No, look, this is how we became cool. I'm trying to figure out, we became cool kind of like in practice when we went to see who made the team. That's where it started for me and him, because it was like a little list they used to put in there. And we both went to see, like, we was out there shooting, and he came to school. I was there before him, so I already knew who made the team. So I was like, hey, Jay, let's go see who made the team, right? Mm-hmm. So we go in there. It was like,
he taking dudes that got cut to the list. Like he didn't know. He like, yeah, let's see, man.
But that's the shit he do, though.
Yeah, that's
him right here. Oh, man, he's something else.
He taking dudes that got cut. He playing it off like he don't know. He like, man, I can't believe you didn't make it, man. Dang, you should have made it over me. He over there playing. He go, let's go do it again. Hey, they go, let's go take him. Cause it was hardcore. The list is out there for everybody to see on the back of the page.
Right.
They used to do that?
Old school, old school.
Like,
You
who
cut.
made the team? You got the list.
Yeah, I don't ever remember seeing the list for no
had a
sport
list.
I ever played in. You just knew it was buzzards for you.
I mean, you wasn't checking the list if you thought you was, if you was like that, you didn't have to check the list.
I was on the
you
border.
was on that border.
I was on the border, so I was checking the list.
Jason, when did you notice, okay, he got a shot. He got a real opportunity. Was it when all the scouts were sitting in the stands, you look up and there's Coach K sitting over there, there's George Raveling sitting over there. They all just here to see Paul do his thing.
Yeah, that was a great start for everybody. Because until that point, we had Harold Miner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so we saw some of that with him, that fanfare, but it kind of like the program, we didn't get past the first round, even with him. So he didn't get past the first round, and he was so great, it was no hope for nobody. Like us, we didn't have that hope. So I think when he took off and we started to come into our own, like watching him, it elevated the whole level of confidence for everybody in the program.
Now that you get an opportunity, though, Paul, to see your nephew, Jason Jr., 5-star, do everything, point guard here, what's it like to see that legacy continue?
Man, it's been pretty dope, because I've been watching him since he was real little. You know what I'm saying? And just to see him kind of grow from a little kid to a young man right now, his development, his work ethic, to see where he started to see his growth and his love for the game, it's crazy because you never know, from a young age to, when they get older, how they going to turn out. But he been good from day one of the best in his class for his age from day one. And you always wonder, like, as they get older, how's the work ethic going to come, how that mentality, because you get to a certain age to where guys play young and they quit, or guys they get to a certain level and it's just like, they just don't know growth. Mm-hmm. And so it's just been wonderful to watch his maturity, his development, and just, being here for the ride. I always tell them, I'm here if they ever need my advice for anything. And, I'm watching from afar, just seeing and all of that. But it's been great, man, because he's obviously been phenomenal. I feel like he has something to prove every time he plays. He doesn't take rest on his laurels. And that's what I like. It's just like wherever he go, wherever he travel to, because I'm always keeping up for him. I'm on Instagram seeing what he did, checking. He don't see me there at all the games, but he see me liking on some of the posts. I know he see that when I be on there, like, all right, he cool today. He was cracking. So I keep up more than you probably know.
Junior, what's it like walking the same hallways as Pops and Paul and kind of leading that legacy now? These same dirty hallways at Inglewood.
What about them hallways at Dorsey?
Dirty. You know how they do us.
Yeah. How they do us.
Nah, but it's dope. Just going to the same school as my pops, my uncle. It's cool. I'm getting adjusted. I got adjusted to it real quick just because I grew up in Inglewood, so I was kind of already used to it. I already knew what I was walking into.
So when you look at, you got two legends in your corner. You got Paul Pierce, you got Jason Tatum. What's it been like learning the game and learning it from them, so to speak?
It's been great. Just learning from a couple greats like him, like Tatum, like other people I've been around, just would excel. So I'm talking to a lot of pros, seeing what I can do, always trying to ask questions and stuff like that.
What's your strength?
I say scoring.
Hot dogging.
Nah.
You don't know what that is.
Nah.
You don't know what hot dogging is?
Hot dog.
You know what hot dogging is?
Yeah,
you know what hot dogging is, Paul?
I didn't know they still use that.
I don't think they use it, but he knows what it is.
I know what it is. But I'm hot dog. It's a difference.
What's the difference?
I'm more consistent with it.
More consistent
hot dogging. Yeah.
Because you get 40 off 20 shots, is that hot dogging? And you still get 6 assists?
Well, he asked you, Paul, not me.
That's not hot dogging.
It's hot dogging.
How's that hot dogging?
Off 20 shots? Off 20 shots?
Getting 40?
Yeah, but you're shooting 10 threes. Like.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so that's
How many
like,
how
what?
many is Pritchard shooting?
He's shooting 10 threes too.
So you supposed to shoot less than him? And he the sixth man?
Right, nah, that's 20.
You gonna give up the pill on the fast break.
Nah, I like how he adjusted the scoring though, because initially we started with 5 freshmen when he started.
Yeah.
So he took the heat
Yeah.
for everybody and took us to a state championship.
Wow.
So coming here, he been consistent, and you look at his career, he's a 50, 40, 87% guy. Mm-hmm. Like when you talk about 50, 40, 90, he 87.
Yeah. That's 90 to me.
Yeah, and he led the nation in free throw shooting for 3 years of his career. He made more than anybody that played. Free throws. So he in there taking a pounding for the team. So in the summertime at AAU, I just sit in the stands because I don't. So now they can't say His
coaching daddy ball.
I'm in the stands, and then you playing against the best, of the best.
Yeah.
So when he need me the most, I'm not there. We playing these little local teams, Lou Zinger, Dorsey. You don't need it. You know what I'm saying?
No, Dorsey weak though.
No, so he don't really need me for that. But I'm saying when he need me for real, when you going against other guys from New York and this, that, and the other, when I'm watching, the coach really can't help him like as much as I can. But I'm sitting there in the stands and he got to figure it out. So this is what I mean, he took it upon himself. You know what I'm saying? Because like I remember even him running the point. I used to tell him, look, you can't dribble, dog. Go to the corner. Then all of a sudden he punked all the kids for the ball, and he was a point.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
You mean in the AAU portion?
Like on the team I was coaching. I was the coach, so I'm like, look, go to the corner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're going to get you a shot. Is this guy going to handle the ball? You just cheated.
Yeah.
The next I looked up, he had the ball.
But he's smart though.
Yeah.
I tell my son all the time, don't take the ball out of bounds because you ain't going to get it back. You're not going to get it back. At AAU, you're not getting it back. Yeah, you can take the
Especially
ball.
with the young ages.
Man, the young dudes, them dudes, he take the ball out of bounds. Dude ain't giving it back.
Right.
And the dude you gave it to, he might be 16. You ain't number 12. He's 16. You see what I'm saying? He trying to fill it up. What's the best advice Paul done gave you?
Just be confident in myself, being confident in my work, just knowing that that I put in a lot of work, a lot of time into it. So just being confident.
What's the worst part of AAU basketball for you, Coach?
It's no worst part for me because I know how to handle it. I know that parents struggle with it because they have an agenda and they believe that all their dreams going to come true out there. Mm-hmm. And that's really not the case. You know what I'm saying? Really, AAU, the best people that benefits are young coaches because you able to develop a lot of young coaches from what I'm watching because now I get to watch AAU.
Yeah.
Young coaches benefit the most. And the top players get to play against the top players. But all this stuff going on around here, it's just some money grab, and I feel sorry for parents.
What's the worst part of coaching high school basketball?
I done figured out high school basketball is that's really no worst part. It depends on who you work with. Like I work with great people. We got a great principal. We got a great support staff. I don't really have nothing bad to deal with. Dealing with parents and dealing with kids, that's what you sign up for. So I don't really have no worst part, me personally. Somebody else may have a little horror story.
Yeah.
But I ain't really had, when we lost, I feel like I won every game I was expected to lose. I expected to win, and I won some I wasn't. I don't think I lost a game as a favorite.
Yeah.
And then the experience with these kids, I ran into a kid today, ran up on my driveway. I was trying to fake like I had a gun. It was Noel Scott. He just ran up on me in my driveway, and he was like, yeah, my friend lived next door, Coach. I didn't know that was you. I was like, all right. So he says, you just see those guys that you come across from year after year after year.
Yeah.
And even if you was hard on them here, they appreciate it.
Yes.
They appreciate the time that you put in. So I don't really have nothing negative to say about
So, you got a driver's license?
No.
But you got an NIL deal.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? That's crazy, right?
It is.
That's wild, Paul. Think about it. We missed that era.
Right.
Of NIL because it just wasn't.
It wasn't called NIL though. It was called Give Me Mine.
Yeah, but Give Me Mine in college. He's in high school with NIL.
Right.
Big difference.
Big difference.
We didn't have no money at Dorsey. They couldn't buy me Subway at Dorsey to coach.
Well, the agents made
Let alone.
The agents made it that way because what I saw the shift. Because when he was in the 9th grade, my whole thing was, I don't want to hear nothing about none of that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Get that away from my son.
Yeah.
Now I seen Bill Duffy, top tier agent.
Yeah.
This is his 5th game coming to.
I would come too.
And we playing
for him.
And we playing a team that's nasty.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, he you know what I mean? It ain't like he here. This is his 5th game. So I said, hold on. Either I better smarten up for somebody smarten up behind me. So I had to learn what was going on.
Right.
And then I learned the benefits. It ain't, if you a parent, you trying to get the money, then you losing the purpose. But you got to know your value, and you got to take advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna never be able to separate you from yours. That ain't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They be trying to separate the parent from the kid, but that's not gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So you ain't even gotta remotely worry about that. But what you think about that though, in terms of just the NIL space of young kids being, I don't want to say given, because I think they earned it. That's why they're in the positions that they're in. to be able to benefit from the opportunities in high school now of making some money and putting it in their pocket?
Well, I think they're using the kids. When you talk about AU basketball, think about this. The kids, they come there, they pay to be there half the time, and they charging these enormous prices at the door, so they're utilizing the talent. If you took an 8-year-old singer, you would pay her a fee to show up and play.
Yeah.
So now you show up at a tournament, and they making money off the talent. Yes. They have capitalized a billion-dollar industry, youth basketball. So now, in return, these guys have become bigger than life. You look at Mikey Williams, and people knock it, but I say, look, at the end of the day, if somebody told you in 9th grade, you're going to make $5+ million, but you ain't going to make it pro, bro, but you're going to make $5 million, who ain't signing up for that in the 8th grade?
Yeah.
Everybody is, right? Because ain't no guarantee to make it pro anyway.
Yeah.
So this is a game that you just have to understand. But I think that it takes a strong family to educate the young man on and keep his love true. And to also help him, you can start early with financial advising, like teaching them how to spend. They're not going to really learn how to save, but you can teach them how to spend.
Yeah.
Like, so you got to just use it for what it is and try to help the kid understand and then still keep that love pure.
So where you going to school at? Don't give me no, I don't know, I'm still looking. All that, what you thinking? Just give me 4 schools, man.
I can't even give you 4 schools.
Why?
Dang.
You can't give me 4? You can't tell me UCLA, they own you tough. Kansas own you tough. UConn. You can't give me 4 schools. You don't want to let the cat out the bag.
I gotta tell you like when I'm gonna break it down.
How you gonna break it down?
Like, well, I don't know how I'm gonna break it down yet, but like during the fall, like that's when I'm gonna like break it down.
Fall,
like
meaning this fall coming up.
Yeah.
And when you got to make a decision by?
Hopefully before my senior year starts.
You gonna do it? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I think I made my decision by December.
It's different now because they can go back in that portal.
Yeah.
So they can go get a first-team all-league guy in your position. But see, this dictated now.
You want to stay close to home, though, on West Coast, or it don't really matter?
It doesn't matter. Just the best position for me.
Man, you got a lot of cap, man. You got a lot of cap, man. You go with the best position for me and all that. Of course, you gonna go where it's the best position for you.
Yeah,
but I mean, when you look at it, are you looking like at a Duke, for instance, looking at that and going, oh, I'm gonna go get down there, or UCLA.
I mean, I could play at Duke, but I mean, if you look at Duke, it's not like a lot of guards making it like one and done. So that's more like for like forwards.
So your mindset right now is to go and pursue your NBA dreams after 1 year, and then work on your education in the off season as you train and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's smart. Jason and Paul, what's one thing you guys would bring back from your era that these kids don't really have a strong understanding about?
I would say pick up basketball.
Oh, outdoor, playing outside.
Just anything, just even Rogers Park, anything, because now the kids learn the game through drills and skills instead of just going out and playing and then letting coaches teach them, where they lack at. But pickup is, nobody play pickup no more, so you don't get a chance to go out there and fail.
So you don't open the gym for open run?
I do. I do that. Everybody in my circle, but I'm just talking about in general.
As a whole.
I do that. That's how I help. That's how I open up and have pickup all the time. But the kids I still don't have it. Like, it's not the same when you there, your mom ain't there, you got play against grown men.
Yeah.
You got to watch your mouth for somebody to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to learn, you listening. It's very educational right there. It's like that's an era. That's a thing that's missing to me, is to pick up basketball.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it don't get no better than that. That's it.
And I used to play basketball. I felt like religiously every single day, even though I turned out to be a football player. It's just no matter what.
Because we would play outside.
That was just what you did with your friends.
I played outside at lunch before
man.
School.
Take off smelling and sweaty and all that early in the morning and all type of
when
shit.
you playing pickup, you just playing to win.
Yeah.
See, when you're working on your individual skills without playing pickup, you're not even understanding that the game is played to win. You out there just shooting the ball, worried about yourself, your step back. When you was into the park, you was just trying to win. You learning how to do everything to win.
I wonder if they would hold a spot for him and pick up and wait for him to come if he was late. You know how they used to hold a spot for you, Paul? Paul coming, I'm going to wait.
Right.
Yeah, I'm wait, man. I got next run.
Right.
Yeah, we used to do that once you was in the league. Like, hold the game up.
Hold up.
Ball on the way. He'll be right here. Run to the restroom right quick. Hold on, I'll be at the restroom.
Rogers.
Where you at?
We used to be at Rogers. I don't know.
You know, I'm gonna share you this story too. That I don't remember if Paul remember this. This is the first time that he actually saw you in person. I don't know if he remember this. I'm gonna share. I was home, 95. Where was you at New Year's Day, 95?
New Year's Day of 95?
Yeah. You played in the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, I was in Texas. I was in Dallas.
Nah. Where
in 95?
Night. You made it home.
Oh, shit. I was probably at the club or something, man.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. So, you Shark Bar.
Damn, the
Shark Bar. Yeah,
Shark
I was
Bar.
at the club.
So we was out front, and I'll never forget this. This was for me. I'll never forget this. We was coming in the door. Because I remember the whole situation. I was the driver.
How was we getting in the Shark Bar?
We always did. We was
moving.
That was 18. That was 18 and over.
That was 18 and over.
Okay.
Wait, the Shark Bar in Los Angeles?
No, downtown LA.
Shark Club.
No, Shark Club. The Shark Bar. No, the
Not
Shark Bar.
Shark Club.
Shark Club
That's
was on the
Shark
right-hand
Club.
side off of Olive right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Shark Club.
You was there that night on the combo.
Yeah.
This is how I remember it. I'm gonna tell you how I remember
That's
it.
right. We
Because
should go
we
there.
walking in. So you at the door, you telling somebody, I don't know who you talk to, you like, I did it. Cause we don't got no Instagram, we don't got no social media, we don't got no internet.
Yeah.
So we hadn't seen the game, but you out front, you was
Shark Club,
you was out
bro.
front, you was like, I did it, bro. I was out there. You was telling your story. Like, I did it. And I heard that. That's all I remember. You was like, yeah, I did it, man. Like, so much. You was out front like, I'm the man, bro. Like,
You just over here, old man reminiscing.
Right.
Back in the day or whatnot. Man, I really appreciate, y'all doing this for me and everything, and coming back to Inglewood and giving Inglewood some love, because this is obviously legendary. You got the old man from back in the day, and you're going to have the future in a minute, USC Trojan. I hear you, though. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. USC right up the block. And all you want to do is go over there and fill it up anyway. It don't matter. And it's a good education. It's California. Don't listen to nobody with all that bull. You know what I'm saying? Just telling you. No, but thanks, Paul, for doing this.
No, for sure.
Senior and junior, I appreciate it. Paul, before I let you go, I want you to give us one last shot in the gym, because the next time you come in, it's going to probably look way different.
I got you, Doc. This is easy money. Hey.
Put on line.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, that was on the line.
Hey, yo, fool's on the line, yo.